Hi everybody, Honest John here. Donald Trump wants schools to open next month. Everybody wants that. Parents, teachers, school boards, mayors, governors, and most of all, the students themselves. They all want the schools to reopen. But it's not simple. Just wanting it to happen is different than having a plan for it to happen. For one thing, they need to figure out how to keep the children, teachers, people who work at the schools, and the families of their students safe. They're going to need to be doing testing. They're going to need to stagger the schedule so that not all students are at the school at the same time so they can have social distancing. They're going to need protective equipment. All of that takes money. The Democrats in the House have passed a bill, the HEROES Act, which would provide funding for the states and the schools. It's sitting on Mitch McConnell's desk. He refuses to allow it to come to a vote in the Senate. And Trump opposes it. He doesn't want to provide that funding to the states and to the schools. But he has said he will put pressure on state governors to force schools to open. But the states don't have the money to do it, nor do the cities and towns and the schools themselves. In fact, before the school year opens, it's possible, likely, that millions of teachers would be laid off. So how are you going to open the schools without the teachers? Does any of this sound familiar? It should. Trump wants things, but is not willing to do what's necessary to make those things happen. At least not safely. Trump wants the economy opened up, but is not willing to increase the testing and contact tracing that is needed to do that safely. So we've had the economy opening up, and what's happening is the coronavirus is going crazy, and the states can't keep track of it. So now we have states having to pause and even backtrack on the reopening because the Trump virus is raging all over the country. Hospitals are being overwhelmed again. New records for infections are being set every day. As most of the rest of this world is returning to normal, the good old USA is struggling. Everything Trump has done has resulted in more infections and more deaths. And forcing schools to open with no plan and no money would just be another example of how stupid and careless Trump is. Thanks for listening.